let's go over those multiple choice answers. Number 1, write an algebraic expression for the difference of 12 and n. What's the word difference mean? Logan, what do you think? Okay, so very close. That would be the word divide or quotient. So, Nevaeh, what's difference mean? Subtracting. Perfect. So our answer for this problem is B. How many of us had B? Half. That's pretty good. We got this, guys. It's all about vocab. So again, if you're still struggling with some of that, write yourself like a little note and be like, okay, difference is subtract. Difference is subtract. The more you write it, the more you read it, the more you'll remember it. Zoe, go ahead and read me what the question asks. Perfect. Okay, Abby, can you give me one key word from that that would help me get one of my answers? Perfect. Times. And we know that times means what? Perfect. Thank you. So if times means multiplication, Luke, which one of those answer choices can I eliminate? Yeah, C and D, because they don't have multiplication in them. They have addition. All right, Logan, what'd you get? Perfect. Exactly. So he says we can remove B because there's no squared, and square is part of my keywords. So if we didn't already, we would eliminate D and B for that keyword. Awesome. So a large part of this is, can you eliminate answers to help you get down or narrow your choices? That's a very powerful skill. All right, today we are just going to evaluate. So what that means is we're looking for numbers. Evaluate means we're going to find a number. 2 to the 6. I don't want to know the answer. I want somebody to tell me, what does 2 to the 6 actually mean? All right, Logan, what do you think?
It means that you're timing 2 by itself 6 times.
Perfect.
Or just timing A2 by 5 more.
Yes. No, I love that. That first description you gave was perfect. I'm multiplying the number 2 to itself 6 times. So, how many of you have a calculator that you could take out and do this on? If you don't have a calculator, we can go through it nice and slow. What's 2 times 2? 4, right? What's 4 times 2? 8. What's 8 times 2? 8 plus 8? 8 times 2? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them done. The 5th one, what's 16 times 2? Luke? Awesome. And the last one, 32 times 2. 32 plus 32? Or anybody that used a calculator? Luke? 64. All right, Ezra, can you tell me what 4 to the 4th looks like all wrote out? Like, I don't want that final number answer. What's another way to write 4 to the 4th? Perfect. So guys, take out your calculator, or if you use your phone, multiply 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So if you use your phone, you can't use the tool. If you use your calculator, you can use the little 4 to the 4th power. What do we get? It's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 16. No. That would be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, right? So again, make sure you're doing the right operation. Logan, what'd you get?
28.
You got 28. That's a much bigger number than that. So let me see. Tell me what you did. So let's start with this. What's 4 times 4, guys? Perfect. So that's really kind of like 16 times 16. This is why you need a calculator. These are pretty big numbers. So if you do anything in the next week, go buy like a $10, like $15 calculator. The TI 30 is going to be your best bet. So 16 times 16 is what, Zoe? Perfect. Does anybody know what raising something to the power of 3 could also be called? Instead of squared for 2, 3 is, what do you think? It is cubed, yes. So I could, if I was writing this, I would write evaluate 6 cubed. So again, in here, just because we learned something last week doesn't mean we're not going to use it again. So 6 cubed is really 6 times 6 times 6 on a calculator. I really want to go for a walk. I think in the math lab I have a drawer full of calculators. So when we finish this lesson, I'm going to go walk over and I think I have like the cheap ones. From like my math, like my game design class back in the day. I went to the dollar store one time and I bought them. Reimbursed. Oh my god, I have to submit for reimbursement. I bought like some $75 program for calc because Fusion didn't have it. But I keep forgetting to go down to the office to get paperwork because the door's locked now. Yes, Zoe, what'd you get? Yes, perfect. Guys, 216. I'm going to let them copy this down. I'm going to do the next couple problems are like big numbers. Awesome. I figured, like, I was like, oh, this is a good puzzle player. I'm ready. I literally ran.
And they, many of them do. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So please have that going forward.
Awesome. So the next part's just like simple steps that help you kind of remember the order you want to do this. It's easier instead of going through and reading you all of this to actually practice it. So we have 48 divided by 2 cubed times 3 plus 5. So order of operations, what are we going to do first? You can tell me what my first order of operations is. Luke? Okay. It might be the, I was going to say it might, you have to, that's why I taught you like the 2 times 2 times 2. Yeah. Because I don't think the calculators that I have are smart enough. Maybe that one,
this
yeah.
One might be, yeah, this one you could use. So this one, yeah, well, that's squared. That's the one you're looking for.
So what
Clear that out.
is 2 to the third, guys? That's the first thing we need to change. 2 to the third becomes what? 2 times 2 times 2 is, Logan? Awesome. Next, what do I have to do? So I got rid of the parentheses and the exponents. So then in order of operations, it becomes so what? Yes, I'm going to do division. Because once you get down to multiplication and division, they're in the same level, but we read the problem like a book, left to right. So then I divide. What's 48 divided by 8? Abby, what am I doing next? Perfect. All right, Mr. Trayvon, what's 6 times 3?
Good job.
Yes. And last but not least, 18 plus 5. Okay. I also very unintelligently today said 6 because it was 13. All right, what's my step 1?
Right, yeah.
And we're going to start with the inside ones. That means we're going to look at this first.
Yeah, don't see there's 2 sets of parentheses there, the bracket and the regular set of parentheses. You're going to do the inside parentheses first.
Inside those parentheses, what do I have to do now? Let's say, good. And that becomes what number? Awesome.
Good job.
So I'm still working on the parentheses Nevaeh suggested. What's 81 minus 9, Luke? Perfect. Logan, what am I going to do next? I know you're working on your own handout, but if you look up at my board, Logan, what do I do next? Yes. Perfect. So what did you do 72 divided by 12? What'd you get? 6. Awesome. What's 6 times 5? Who can tell me 6 times 5? It's 30.
Mm-hmm.
So first we're going to do the Zoe. Yeah. And what do we get for that first set of parentheses, though? Which is? Try one more time. Yes. What did my second set of parentheses become, Ezra? Yes. Yes. All right, guys, here's the tricky part. What do I do next? If I read it like a book, left to right, Logan, what do I do? Yep. So what two numbers am I going to multiply together? And that is? Awesome. And then last, 15 times 5. Anybody know? You guys want to try the last one on your own? Make sure you can do the homework. We want to do one more together. Alone or together? All right, I want to see your papers and see if you got it. Fantastic. You can do the next page. Yep. Yeah, good job. So let's figure out what you know. So your fourth foot, number 3. Just type in too many. 3 squared is 9. You did 3 cubed. Okay. Here's the hard part. You messed up the easy. Awesome. I just needed to see it. What?